Did you know that in some cultures, this is still the Christmas season? It doesn't officially end until the beginning of February. So with that, I got something to share for you. I want to share a little bit of a Christmas song, familiar Christmas song, one of the all-time popular ones, just the beginning of it. See if you recognize it. Said the night wind to the little lamb, do you see what I see? Way up in the sky, little lamb. Do you see what I see? A star, high above the trees, with a tail as big as a kite. With a tail as big as a kite. Now, what would a star with a big old tail look like? I don't really know. But I guarantee you that if that happened, there would be some among us who would say, well, I think it's the cosmological experience of the enzymes happening in the sky, or people would try to explain it or look it up on Google, or people just say, I don't think it's real, I think it's fake. And then there'd be some of us who would look at the same star and say, wow, that's awesome, that's cool. Now, the unfortunate thing about the Christmas season is that once we've packed up everything, put the tree away, all that kind of stuff, that many of us lose that Christmas spirit. You know, we just pull it out at one time of the year, and then we lose that wonder and awe, especially for older folks. This time of year, we get into January, and it's like, the same doldrums, nothing to look forward to. And we have a lot of people who just get grumpy. They forget how to find wonder and to be awed by something. And I get it. You know, we get so overbooked. We get so overscheduled. We got lots of emails to attend to, and on and on and on. And we're just trying to put out fires at work, or we're just trying to make everybody happy at home, or then you got government stuff, which is just a mess. Even before Mass tonight, we were talking, a bit of us, and just saying, it's just so messy, all the stuff going on. I say that many of us enter into this doldrum of January. We get a fatigue of soulfulness. That our souls just aren't lively. Soulfulness, you know, that's your depth. That's your essence of who you are. Now, you'll know if your soulfulness is tired by just thinking of a couple things. Can you experience beauty around you? Have you felt joyful? Can you see God's presence and God's gifts in your life? In that gospel story, and again, the first part is kind of weird because that's actually Luke talking about why he's writing this gospel. It's to his friend Theophilus. But then we have the story of Jesus, and he goes into the temple, and he gets off the scroll, and he's reading it, and he proclaims these great things. He says, yes, liberty is going to come to those feeling oppressed. And those who don't have a lot of money, they're going to find riches. And those who are blind, they're going to have their eyes open. Now, I think Jesus is meaning that very literally. Because as we know, this is the beginning of his ministry. He goes on to do such great things and have people see and help people out. But I think he also means it figuratively for us. Because for many of us, we just have a hard time recognizing God's presence. It was easy at Christmas time, but now it's like, Do you remember that great Christmas movie, It's a Wonderful Life? No, I love it. Every time I watch it, I cry. But in there, George Bailey, he actually felt captive. What's my life about? I'm stuck in this town. He actually feels like he doesn't have enough money to do anything. He's stuck. And he can't see the blessings in his life. But of course, at the end of the movie, has his eyes opened and he recognizes all the goodness. Now for you, the challenge is, do you have your eyes opened? As Jesus talked about in the gospel, do you find yourself being blind to all the good things around you? Do you have a hard time being grateful or thankful? Well, if so, here's a couple of things you can do to get out of that. It's as simple as changing your perspective. Do something different. Rearrange the furniture in your house. Take a different route to work or to school. Try different foods when you go to a restaurant. Watch a different news program. Now this week, I'm lucky enough that I'm going to go actually to a warm place in the country or in the world. I'm going back to Sydney, Australia, starting on Monday. Remember I was there on a sabbatical? Well, I'm going back there for part retreat, part vacation. But I love traveling because what happens is it makes me look at my life differently. When I'm in a different place and there's different foods or different cultures, it's like, what do I value? Well, I say for any of you, change your perspective, especially if you feel like you're in a rut right now in this doldrums of winter. Do something different so you can get out of that sense. Second thing you can do is just take more time. In the course of your day, just pause in the middle of the day and think of what you're grateful for. Especially if you get overwhelmed, like you students at school. You're like, oh, here we got a test again, we got this thing going on. Well, just pause sometime and just kind of look around and open your eyes and say, what can you be thankful for? Or whether you're at home or at work, just to kind of give yourself a mini retreat of just slowing down. Take a deep breath and recognize how God has gifted you. It's so easy to take people for granted. It's so easy to take life for granted. And many times we worry about tomorrow so much, or we have regrets about yesterday, and we forget simply to concentrate on the now. What's going on right now in our lives? And we can say thank you. I found a poem. It's from one of my favorite authors, unknown. The poem goes like this. Be thankful that you don't already have everything you desire. If you did, what would there to be look forward to? Be thankful when you don't know something, for it gives you the opportunity to learn. Be thankful for difficult times. During those times, you grow. Be thankful for your limitations, because they give you opportunities for improvement. Be thankful for each new challenge, because it will build your strength and character. Be thankful for your mistakes. They will teach you valuable lessons. Be thankful when you're tired and weary, because it means you've made a difference. It's easy to be thankful for the good things. A life of rich fulfillment comes to those who always are thankful for the setbacks. Gratitude can turn a negative into a positive. Find a way to be thankful for your troubles, and they can become your blessings. Ezra, the high priest, in that first reading, and Nehemiah, the king of the time, they got it. Because they said, you just heard it, go ahead, eat rich food, drink sweet beverages, but also give to those who don't have. For today, and I would add every day, is holy to our God. Open your eyes. Stop taking those people for granted. Stop taking the situations for granted. Stop doing all that grumbling and complaining. But instead, like the first reading said, don't be saddened this day. For rejoicing in the Lord will be your strength. Do you see what